I was able to grow my hair to stable length after years of struggling, and if I could do it, you can do it too. So if you want to grow your hair faster without struggling, this video is for you. Hi my loves, welcome back, and if you are new here, welcome. Here in this channel we'll talk about relaxed hair growth tips, protective styling, and anything hair related. So if you know you're interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing to join the family. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to grow your hair fast and how to smash your hair goals, reach your goal length very fast. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get started. So I want to start by saying that there is not so much you can do if your hair growth rate is already maximum. So if your hair is already growing at the maximum rate that your genetics allow, there is not so much you can do about this. So for example, if your hair growth rate is genetically programmed to be 1 inch every month and your hair is already growing at 1 inch every month, there is nothing you can do to increase your hair growth rate. But if for example your hair growth rate is genetically programmed to be 1 inch every month, but your hair is now growing at, let's say, 0.5 inches every month or 1/4 of an inch every month, then there is a lot you can do to increase your hair growth rate so that it can achieve its maximum potential and achieve the maximum rate that your genetics allow. And this is what this video is going to help you do. The first tip I want to share with you guys is scalp care. Your scalp is the foundation for hair growth. This is where your hair follicles are located. This is where your hair grows from. This is the foundation for your hair strands. Everything literally starts from here. So this is why caring for your scalp should be one of your top priorities if you want to grow your hair faster. Because even if you apply all the hair products on your hair strands, like you do everything like deep conditioning, moisturizing, protein treatments, caring for your hair strands and all of that, if you neglect your scalp, you are not going to get the best results because your scalp won't be able to produce healthy hair strands and it won't be able to produce hair strands as fast as it's possible. So if you want to grow your hair very fast and milk the full potential of your hair growth rate, you need to pay special attention to your scalp. So when it comes to scalp care, the first thing you want to do is make sure your scalp is clean. So make sure that you are washing and shampooing your hair regularly. Don't allow products to build up on your scalp. Don't allow dirt to clog your follicles, because when your scalp is unhealthy, this can actually affect your hair growth rate and slow your hair growth. So if you want to make sure that your hair is growing at its maximum rate, you have to make sure that your scalp is on point, because this is where your follicles are. This is where your hair strands are going to grow from. So you have to make sure that the base is clean. You have to make sure that the foundation is clean. Another way you can increase your hair growth rate through your scalp is by doing scalp massages. Now when you do scalp massages, this helps to stimulate blood flow to your scalp, which is going to help in hair growth and production of healthy hair strands. And you can even take it a step further by doing the inversion method, where you basically tilt your hair down while doing your scalp massages, and this is even going to stimulate more blood flow to your scalp. Okay, so these are some of the ways that you can increase scalp care and consequently increase your hair growth rate. Moving on, the second thing you have to consider while trying to grow your hair faster is your diet. Your diet is very important. I feel like diet is not talked about enough when it comes to hair growth and the health of our hair. Our hair basically grows from things we take into our body, and that is our diet. So the things that your hair is made up of, protein, moisture, the bonds, everything, it comes from your body. It comes from what you take in. So that is why your diet is very important. You need to give your hair the beauty block it needs in order to help in hair growth. So it's just like when you are going to the gym and you are trying to build muscle. Even if you lift all the weight in the world, but you don't take in enough food, you don't take in enough calories, you don't take in enough protein, you are not going to get results. So the same thing applies to your hair strands. If you want to get your hair longer, if you want your hair strands to be healthy, you have to make sure that your diet is on point. So make sure that you are eating a healthy, balanced diet. So everything, carbohydrates, protein, emphasis on the protein, minerals, vitamins, like everything should be in there. Another thing you have to consider is hydration. Just like your hair needs protein, it needs moisture as well. So it starts from within. Everything starts from within. So you want to make sure that you hydrate yourself as much as possible. You should be taking at least 2 to 3 liters of water every single day. Yes guys, that is the barest minimum you can do. So when trying to grow your hair faster, your diet is key, your hydration is key, and there are even hair loving foods. Yes guys, there are specific type of foods that can even boost your hair growth faster, and I listed a ton of them in my hair growth ebook. If you have already gotten the ebook, you would have seen this already. Okay, so yes guys, there are particular type of foods that can boost your hair growth, and if you are interested in getting the ebook, it's linked down in the description box below, so you can check it out if you are interested. Okay, so yes guys, your diet is very important when you are trying to grow your hair fast. Moving on, another thing you have to consider is avoiding scalp damage. Like I said earlier, your scalp is the foundation. This is where your hair follicles are. This is where your hair grows from. So try to avoid scalp damage as much as possible. And one of the ways that people usually damage their scalp is from scalp burns, especially from relaxers. Okay, so I have to talk about this because I am a relaxed hair girl myself, and I know that so many of you that are subscribed to my channel are also relaxed. So this is very important. Try to avoid scalp burns as much as possible. I can't even remember the last time I got a scalp burn. Like, it's been years, and that is because I know how to take care of my scalp better now. I know what to do on my relaxer day and before my relaxer day in order to avoid scalp burns. I'm pretty sure that my last scalp burn must have been up to 5 or 6 years, or maybe even 7 years. Yes guys, that's how long it has been since I got a scalp burn. So this is very important when trying to grow your hair fast, because when you are getting scalp burns, you are actually damaging your scalp, which can affect your hair growth and your hair growth rate. Okay, so if you are a relaxed hair girl, pay special attention to this. I have a ton of tips on my channel, especially in my relaxer routine playlist and my relaxer stretch playlist, which is linked down in the description box below. So I have a ton of videos talking about tips on how to prevent scalp burns and all of that, so you can check those videos out if you are interested. But if you want me to make another dedicated video on how to prevent scalp burns as a relaxed hair girl, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll try to create one for you guys. Okay, so try to avoid scalp burns as much as possible. Moving on, another way that you can avoid scalp damage, or another way that you may have been damaging your scalp unknowingly, is through tight protective styles. Guys, flee away from tight protective styles. I always say that if your protective styles are too tight to the point that you have to take painkillers, or to the point that you can't sleep, sis, take down that style. It is not worth it, because tight protective styles can actually wreak a lot of havoc on your hair. Like, they can be damaging to the point of destroying your hair follicles. Yes, sis, that's how serious it is. So imagine something that can destroy your hair follicles, like where your hair strands grow from. Sis, it is not worth it. So this can destroy your follicles, lead to hair loss through what is called traction and alopecia, and before you know it, you are having bald patches, you are having stunted hair growth, your hair growth will be slower. So in order to avoid this, sis, avoid tight protective hairstyles. Okay, so whenever you are installing your protective styles, either by yourself or in the salon, make sure that it is not too tight. So moving on, another thing that you can do to increase your hair growth rate is to take supplements. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, if your hair is already growing at the maximum rate is genetically programmed to be, supplements is not going to do so much. But if your hair growth rate has not reached its full potential and you want to get the maximum potential, supplements can actually boost this. Personally, I don't take supplements because I feel I don't need it currently. I don't know if I'm going to try them in the future, but currently I don't. But if you know that you want to grow your hair faster, this is a very nice way to do that. So moving on, the next tip I'm going to share with you guys is to stop hair breakage. Now, some people may think that their hair growth rate is slow, while the issue may just be breakage. Like, some people's hair strands may already be growing at the maximum rate, but they may not know. They may feel like their hair still has some potential, or they are stuck at the same length because their hair is not growing as fast as it should. while the issue may just be breakage. Okay, so if your maximum hair growth rate is 1 inch every month and your hair is already growing at that 1 inch every month, but your hair is breaking off at 1 inch every month, your hair is going to be stuck at the same length. Okay, now if this is the case, the problem is now with breakage, not with your hair growth. So what you're going to be doing here is focusing on stopping breakage, and this is a full-blown topic. Like if I decide to talk about how to stop breakage here, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be talking for 10 hours. Okay, so I have a lot of videos on my channel, hundreds of videos on my channel on the different ways you can actually stop breakage, ranging from protective styling to shampooing to deep conditioning to moisturizing to picking the right products to relaxing your hair the proper way if you are a relaxed hair girl, to trimming. Like sis, there are a lot of things to talk about when it comes to stopping breakage. So if your hair has been stuck at the same length for years and your hair may already be growing at the maximum hair growth rate, what you now need to focus on is stopping breakage and not increasing your hair growth rates. So if you need a simplified and step-by-step guide on how to grow your hair faster, stop breakage and all of that, this is where the ultimate hair growth guide for Black women comes in, which is my hair growth ebook. So the ebook contains everything you will literally need to grow your hair longer and healthier and all of that. Okay, so ranging from a daily step-by-step actionable and very simple daily routine with rest days even included. Apart from that, it also contains product recommendations ranging from shampoos to conditioners to moisturizers, oils, heat protectants, and so much more. It also contains hair growth secrets you may have never heard of, hair growth tools and staples that you need for your hair growth journey, solutions to hair breakage, split ends, postpartum hair shedding, itchy scalp, and a ton of other things. So yes guys, this ebook is packed. It's literally good. Those of you that have gotten it can testify to this. Like I'm already getting a lot of comments and DMs about the results you guys have gotten from it. So if you have not gotten, you are missing out. So like I said, I'll make sure to link it down in the description box below so that you can get it if you haven't gotten yours. So yeah guys, those are the tips I have for you on how to grow your hair faster. And I want to know, among all the tips I have shared in today's video, which one will you be trying? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so yeah guys, yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here and you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing to join the family, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Okay, so yeah guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.